Hey, good morning, Saginaw Bay fishermen, fisherwomen. This is meteorologist Mark Torregrossa with the Saginaw Bay weather forecast for Wednesday, July 29th. We're going to be starting to highlight days with lighter winds as we're starting to finally get into that kind of pattern. We even have a short period of our first northeast wind. Not a robust northeast wind, but the first one coming. It looks like Friday morning into early afternoon. All right, let's get to it. And this update is brought to you by Frank's Great Outdoors in Linwood. Remember, I've been trying to show you these isobars and the pressure pattern. And Monday, when it was real windy, we had 6 or 7 isobars in lower Michigan, and my rule of thumb is 5-mile-an-hour gusts for every isobar. Well, this is today. This is this morning, afternoon, evening. So we will have winds falling off as we head toward the evening. And they won't be real robust today. We'll call it 12 to 17, diminishing to 5 to 10 towards sunset. And then tomorrow looks pretty good too. And I'm going to have some exact numbers for you here in a second here. And the weekend looks good on wind. So this is tomorrow, not too terrible of a wind. Then that storm system comes in on Friday and probably does not get precipitation to Saginaw Bay. Maybe Quantock, maybe Wisner, maybe Seaboyne, something like that, but on the very edge of it. And this is a northeast wind in the mid-afternoon, turning to north, and then that storm system moves off. Now, look at Saturday morning. 1 isobar in lower Michigan. Look at Saturday afternoon, 1 isobar. So you'll have a variable wind at, we'll call it under 10 miles an hour, and maybe at times even under 5 miles an hour. And then Saturday evening, and as we go into Sunday, it doesn't look too terrible on wind either. We could have some rain or snow showers on Sunday, and then on out. So here is that exact wind forecast. Today it's a northwest wind. We'll call it 12 to 17. And as we go toward the evening again, it drops off. And in the middle of the night, I'm seeing some burbot caught in the middle of the night. Middle of the night, the winds die down to less than 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow sunrise, light southwest wind, less than 10. And through the day tomorrow, picks up a little bit toward evening tomorrow. Friday, remember I told you our first northeast wind, not a real robust northeast wind. Mid-afternoon northeast at 10 to 20 miles an hour, turning quickly to the north. And then Saturday morning, the wind's dying down to less than 10 miles an hour and going, I would say, less than 7 miles an hour during the day on Saturday. This is Saturday evening and Sunday morning. This is Sunday midday, lighter winds, and Sunday evening. So you got some really nice wind conditions coming up for this weekend. Total snowfall, really nothing to speak of over the next week or so. Here are the temperatures. So today we're about 30. Tomorrow we're about 35 on the bay. Friday we're probably 35 in the morning and slowly falling in the afternoon. Saturday's colder, highs in the 20s, low 20s. Sunday back to the mid-30s. Monday mid-30s to near 40. Tuesday highs in the upper 20s. Wednesday mid-20s. Thursday highs in the teens. So still a balance of a couple of warmer than normal days and a couple of colder than normal days. All right, now looking out into the future, we see anything that's a big red flag for ice fishing? Not really. This is the upper airflow into February 2nd and 3rd and 4th. There could be a warm period of a couple of days there where we make it 35 to 40 in the afternoon. Now we're at February 9th. February 11th, 12th, something like that. Still a northwesterly flow, still about the normal, highs in the upper 20s and low 30s, and morning temperatures down into the teens and 20s. Here's the surface temperature anomaly, and you're going to see the up and down nature of the temperatures. So today a little cooler than normal, and then Thursday warmer than normal by almost 10 degrees. into Friday, and then Saturday, a little colder than normal by 5 degrees or so. And then Sunday into Monday, we start another warm up, and then as we get into late next week, we get a little bit of an ooze of a cool down. So it's just kind of a really up and down type temperature pattern. You know, if you wanted a little formula, it'd be 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for a couple of days, 5 to 10 degrees colder than normal for a couple of days. In aggregate, that probably still builds a little bit of ice, builds slow, because more hours will be below freezing than above freezing. So, hey, there's your Saginaw Bay weather forecast, starting to get a little bit better. We thought the wind would never stop, but we're starting to get into a lighter wind pattern, especially Saturday. Looks great. Thursday looks good. Even this evening looks good on the wind, but Saturday looks like a prime day, and possibly even Sunday as well. I'm meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. This is the Saginaw Bay weather forecast, brought to you by Frank's Great Outdoors in Linwood. Take care.